Hi there guys, this is Slick
And Cherry.
and welcome to our Halloween episode. So today's episode is all about Halloween, so our builds were anything Halloween themed. So as you can see, Cherry put up some rules here at the back and I think she'll just quickly explain to you what the rules are.
Right. Obviously, as we go along, the rules will change or evolve or anything. So basically, all items have to be placed in allocated boxes. So once we start a build challenge, we have to take off everything. Your armor, everything in your inventory is to be placed in a box. You have to start afresh. Number 2, you may not use items in the communal based chest. So in other words, you can't come in and take from what we've gathered there already. Number 3, you may take food. You can take food from the chicken farm or take some of the fish. You may use the facilities. In other words, if you need the big smelter, you can use it. If you need some levels, you can use the AFK fish farm. You can use any of the farms here at the back you're allowed to use. Number 5, you may take the others' items once they die. So in other words, if Slick falls off a cliff and I'm close enough, I'm allowed to take his items. I'm not allowed to kill him though to get the items. Unless it's in a very pranky, funny type of way, but no P versus P. And then pranks are allowed and basically encouraged.
Okay, cool. So that's our rules for this build. And so obviously what we have to do first is we're going to have to grind it out to start getting, some pickaxes and mining and stuff like that. And then, yeah, I'm very interested to see what the ideas are. So, okay, guys, so we are going to be catching up to you as soon as we've grinded quite a bit, just so we can get this place started. And it's on. Let's do this.
Okay, so the first thing I'll be doing is, as per rules, take off absolutely everything, pop it into my chest. Because this is a build battle, obviously we're not allowed anything when you start. Well, obviously you are allowed to get some of the food, so I will be taking some of the food. And then the next thing is to find my build area and start from there. You are allowed to come and use the AFK farm or the enchant, but you're not allowed to use any of these resources that we have here. So yeah, I'm going to see where I'm going to build my little abode for the build battle. And apparently Slick's build is so big, I will be able to spoil it. So I'm trying not to look the other direction at all. Oh, we need to kill some sheep because we need to get a bed. And yeah, I'll meet you guys at my build spot for this build battle. Not allowed to use any of the other resources already gathered. So I've started with a wooden pickaxe, and at least I can carve out some cobblestone here. I don't even have any coal, so I can't even light up the place at the moment. I don't have a sword, I don't have armor, nothing. But that is build battle for you. Basically build survival, if you would say. So yeah, when the sun comes up, I will start to do some of the gathering. How I normally work is I like to gather everything I need and then start the build. Obviously, I've got no idea what Slick is doing, and this is a build battle. I'm suspecting he's going to do a pumpkin or something. Everybody does a pumpkin for some odd reason. It's like the norm is to do a pumpkin. And I'm definitely not doing a pumpkin. I'm going to try and make it as big as I can, because bigger is better, apparently. I hope so. Not too sure. I am not the greatest builder, as I said. I know with these build battles, I am going to be the underdog for sure. So yeah, guys, I will wait for the sun to come up and start collecting all of my resources.
Okay guys, so for this Halloween build that I'm very excited about, so what I'm going to be attempting to do is I'm going to attempt to build a giant skull. I think up there on that peak should look quite awesome. I might have bit off a bit more than I can chew because I think it's going to be very difficult, but I'm going to give it a shot. So what's the worst that can happen? I can lose to Cherry, which I do not want to happen, but let's see. So my idea is to build a thing on this tip of this little mountain here. Also, maybe just put some dispensers behind its eyes, so it looks like the eyes is on fire with some lava in it. I think that should look quite awesome. But firstly, I've caused a little bit of mischief, because if I know Cherry, I think she would have logged out by her AFK fishing farm, because she loves that thing. So what I've done is set up a little bit of a prank here, and I hope she actually, when she logs in, will actually be standing on top of it. So what I've done is just a little simple pufferfish trap right where she should stand an AFK fish. I watered a little bit of water, pufferfish in there. Then all we need to do is the half slab I've taken out. Just take that half slab, pop it back in there. Oh, you can see it, but I just hope she does not realize it's there. Or she starts up when she logs in right on top of that slab. So technically what I think that should happen is if she approaches this thing, yeah, and there we go. Take some nice damage. We'll see how long it takes her to figure out exactly what's going on. So let's see what happens. But best case scenario, when she logs in, she stands right there. Otherwise, she will be using it because I know she loves grinding the levels through this thing. I think she's a bit addicted to getting the enchantment books and stuff like that. So she will definitely be coming to this area sooner or later. But hopefully when she runs up there, if she doesn't start on top of it, she does not realize that little bit of water underneath there. But yeah, let's see. So I'd like to see if she can figure out exactly what's going on. Alright, so now the first thing I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to start grinding for my materials. So what I thought that I'm going to be doing this is I'm going to build a basic structure just out of cobble or something simple. And then when the basic structure has been built, I'm going to start using the proper materials. So I was thinking making the skull out of light grey concrete and adding a bit of white in for texture, and obviously black concrete behind the eyes, so it looks like a proper skull. It's not going to be this flat square skull. I'm going to try and texture this thing as much as possible so it comes out quite nice and detailed. I haven't attempted building roundish things like that, so I'm going to find this quite interesting, and it's going to be probably a lot of trial and error to get this thing right. And it's going to have to be big, because otherwise it's just going to look all pathetic. And you would like to stand around here and get an awesome view of this thing. So if we stand in base, I would like to see this thing nice and massive right up there, sticking out, pointing over our base. So now I'm going to go do some grinding and get some cobble and stuff to start building this thing. And obviously the little bit of redstone, and because of the rule system I'm not allowed to use anything in there, which is a bit of a bummer. Only thing we can use those resources for is literally building our picks and swords and stuff we use to mine with, but we're not allowed to actually use it in the build itself. So no stealing of cobblestone, no nothing, only the food and stuff that we just need to survive we're allowed to take. But yeah, so it's going to be quite a bit of a grind because I want this thing big, and I think the bigger we go, the more detail I can get into this project. And yeah, we're just gonna have to see how it goes. Come on, don't. Oh, come on. And that is not the way I wanted to start this episode, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know. We still, with all the lights and everything, the mobs just come in flocks towards our base. Yeah, what a way to start this episode. Really putting me on the back foot. But yeah, let me just collect my stuff. Hopefully the skeleton does not eat me up for breakfast again. Just need to pick up my sword first so I can kill this thing. Where is it? Where is it? Or even just my pickaxe should do if it's still around here. Oh, I don't see it. But yeah, what a way to start this episode. Not a good omen if you ask me. But okay guys, so I'm gonna go do some grinding. And as soon as my grinding is done to collect the materials, I'll be meeting on top of that mountain so we can actually start getting the basic outline built of this thing. Alright, so off I go. Catch up with you guys soon.
So another rule is that we have to start with 0 levels. So, hello, come kill me. Oh, Mr. Skeleton. So I have my bed here and I'm waiting for him to kill me so that I can start with 0 levels. There we go. Okay, damn, I've got 2. Okay, and 7. Okay. Basically just for the enchantment part, that if we want to enchant, I don't have a better advantage of getting better tools and equipping or having any advantage apparently in a bolt battle. Oh, I can kill you now. There we go. I just want to get my stuff, then I'll leave you alone. No, 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 no. So, okay, I have 7 levels, but to be fair, it was 7.5. So I'm definitely just going to start with that, just to have a little fairness in the field. Apparently my 22 measly little levels were considered an unfair advantage. So yeah, as you can see, I am getting them all by myself. Just me.
Okay guys, so I'm up here now, so I've had a bit of a change of heart. I've decided to actually use some dirt just for the basic outline of the structure, because obviously after that I'll be placing the concrete and stuff over that. So just dirt's just quicker to harvest and easy to get, so it's no point of mining cobblestone taking forever and rushing the build before Halloween comes. So it's better for me just to grab some dirt, build the outlines, get the concrete made, and then just start placing it over the dirt and then shaping it from there. So I'm going to start trying to put out the basic outline of this thing that I'll be building. And then I'll show you guys when this basic outline's been done, when I can actually start placing the concrete, how we are actually going to do this. But yes, so let's carry on going and let me start trying to place this thing and figure out how I am actually going to build it. Cool guys, catch you guys in a while.
Alright, so what I definitely need, obviously during the day I'll be trying to clear up some of the area I want to build, but then during the nighttime I'm gonna mine because I need some armor, I need some better tools to work with. So diamonds would be a bonus, but for now metal is important. Okay, so I've done an hour's worth of mining, found some metal and some diamonds. I don't think I'll be using the diamonds for this challenge a lot. Depends on the resources I'm going to need. I'm still deciding what will work best. But yeah, at least unfortunately I don't have very good pickaxe at the moment. I had to start everything from the beginning, but it's enough for me to at least build some armor so I can survive where I am gonna build.
Okay guys, so a quick status update. As you can see, I am starting to place the blocks. It's all looking very blockish at this point. But yeah, the general idea is there. So we got the jaw right there. Going up, leading into the skull, and obviously this has to go much higher. That's just the start of it, because I accidentally fell off and died. Because I landed right next to the water there, so I just had to go and gather my stuff. But yeah, so as you can see, it is starting to look like something, but obviously when we start adding the finer details and putting the stuff over so I can actually start shaping this, it's going to look 1,000 times better. But yeah, I think it's going to look quite epic when it's done. But yeah, so let me get back up there and try to carry on and see what's going on.
Alright, so now I've cleared up the area here. I cannot explain to you how many times I died. I was trying to get some skeleton bones, and apparently they all decided to have a party in my little shelter, and every time I spawned they were there. So that was very frustrating. So then now the thing for me to do is to start gathering all of my resources, and once I've done that, I can start my build.
Okay guys, so this is my template. As you can see, it's still nothing yet, but that will just give me an idea how to get the detailing done so these eye sockets can actually like curve inwards as well as the nose. So I can start filling in the front face and bringing it to a more roundy shape and curving it inwards. As with the mouth, I think the jawline is a little bit too close to the head itself. So I think I'll be extending this down quite a little bit and going around and bringing a jawline just a little bit lower. And then obviously shaping in the jaw as what the human skull should look like, as well as bringing the curvature to the head. But yeah, that gives me my template for the Halloween build. And now just to fill in the top of the head so I can start shaping that as well, because it's still open at the top. Didn't want to close it off until I saw if the head was big enough. So I will be shaping this, and obviously as it shapes it will go even bigger, because this is going to be rounding out like probably 3 or 4 blocks right around. But yeah, I am getting there. Just the difficult part is probably the shaping of the skull itself. But that's going to take a little bit of time, because that has to be done with the proper resources and light grey cement and white, black, and obviously the little bit of redstone which is going to be sitting on the inside of the skull. I'm going to keep it hollow on the inside just for the reason it's quite a nice little room. We can maybe have like a little outbuilding for if my wife kicks me out of the base, if Cherry decides that we've had an argument and I need a place to go sleep over. Then I'll have a little home away from home to actually get that done, to actually go somewhere. Come on, don't die, don't want to die, don't want to die, really don't want to die. So I am going to die. Come on. Come on, sunlight, kill the thing. Did he die? Is he dead? Yes, he died. Oh, alright, cool. So that gives me the idea. It's quite big. I thought it was going to be a bit bigger, but if you can see in the size of the mountain to that, it's actually not a bad size, and it's going to look awesome when it's actually done. Let me just get rid of this creeper, because these things can wreck anything. Oh, it just despawned. Alright, cool. It saves me some effort. Alright guys, so I will be closing off the head now, and then I'll be starting the grind for the gravel and sand and stuff, and I'll give you guys an update soon. Okay, guys, so our time and our builds are completed. Just to inform you, our builds took a little bit longer because myself and Cherry had quite a bit of a heated argument. Unfortunately, it was so bad we couldn't actually put it in the video because it was quite rough. As she would also probably tell you guys, bit of a hectic argument. But yes, as you can see, we've kitted out this whole place, or Cherry has kitted out this whole place in a nice Halloween theme. I've unfortunately not done that, but she did the decorating around here, so it's a little bit more Halloweeny. But I think we are going to pop off to Cherry's build first. Quite interesting.
Yeah, let's go.
All right, so what you got planned for our viewers?
Well, basically, first thing we need to inform them is that we had to try and build as far away as we could so that we don't see each other's creations. There were no set rules as to what you can build. The theme was just Halloween. So from what I recall, the scariest thing, or movie as you would call it, that I watched when I was a little girl. So I thought about that, and then, that's the main theme that I built. The bolt is, though, the upgraded one, the newer version of it. And as I've said before, I am terrible. I'm absolutely terrible with pulling out of my head. So I had to use reference. Not of someone specific, but just a normal picture. So yeah, we're almost here. And Slick, I need you to tell me
And
what movie it is.
I haven't seen her build at all. Unfortunately, I built a bit close to our base, but she was trying to avoid it as best as possible. This is awesome. It's it. Pennywise.
Yeah.
That's really, actually really cool.
Can you guess what the other two things are?
That's a balloon, and that's
And
the
then
paper
can you,
boat.
can you see that?
A diamond balloon. The paper boat, okay, I can get. That's all right, but a diamond balloon, that's okay. This is also this is really awesome. I didn't expect that at all. That came out really cool. I'm actually very impressed.
It is
Although it's
pixelated, yeah.
although it's pixel art, two-dimensional, but it's actually really cool. I actually love that. I didn't expect this. Okay, that's well
You
done.
were expecting a pumpkin, right?
I'm expecting like a pumpkin or something a little bit more simple than this. This is really cool. Okay, it's actually quite interesting because I've gone completely different route. As you heard, she's used a little bit of help, of like a diagram sort of sketch thing to help her build this. That's actually what our argument was about because I felt it was cheating because it helps out quite a lot. But yeah, I'll give it to her. It's all good. And then I followed a different route. I've challenged myself to actually just build out of my head. This is probably the most complicated thing I've tried to build. This first three-dimensional thing, it's got a lot of shape to it. So, but it's not perfect, but I'm quite happy I came out. So let's pop over to my build and let's go see. Look, I went for like a very generic type thing. I went for a big skull with glowing eyes. Cherry, can you just please lead me out of here? I don't know where I am.
Oh, oh, oh.
Ow. Yeah, so I went for like a massive skull, and yeah, the grind was insane for this thing once again. It's made out of concrete, most of it, and I got a little bit of redstone, very basic redstone. I'll show you guys what that is now. But we're probably going to have to pop up a few blocks or so to actually get a nice feel for my build, because from ground level it doesn't do it justice. But yeah, we'll pop over there and have a look what you guys think about this. But I hope you guys enjoy it, because I actually really enjoyed Cherry's build. It was actually very cool. And I think our builds will also be staying. We'll be leaving them on the map. We're not going to demolish anything. But my build also double ups as my little secondary base. I've built a little secondary base in its skull as well, like in the top part of the skull. So that's like my little storage area and stuff. But you should be seeing it spawning in soon. Ah, there it is. It's spawning in right on top of the mountain there. And let's get closer and I'll show you guys its little trick with the redstone. Where are you, Cherry? So yeah, guys, I struggle quite a bit. It's not 100% symmetrical. It's not perfect, but I'm quite proud of it for like a first proper three-dimensional build, following no hints, tips, nothing whatsoever. But I think the best view we'll get is from here, up here.
Yeah, so I used only wool and then a little bit of glass at the edges.
Yeah, and I basically just used concrete
I don't know where I
for
am.
literally everything. Just go all the way up to the hill. And we'll go up here. And yeah, from this angle, you'll get a little bit of a better idea. And then if you pop up a few blocks, Cherry, and just keep looking at the thing, I'll go activate its little feature. And you can just have a look at the build and go up a few blocks. Let me go activate my little feature here. Yeah, guys, as you can see, the skull is a little bit big at the top. I couldn't get that 100% right to the amount of time we've had. I highly overestimated how long this thing, or underestimated how long this thing will take. Took quite a little while. But yeah, it gives me an idea how much hours we need to build these things. It's quite interesting. Are you still in front of the build?
Yeah, I can see.
All right, I'm almost inside my little place, and it's evening, so it's like the perfect time to show it off. Are you ready?
Yeah, it seems you got a little guest there in the eye socket there. You got a couple of guests there.
Oh, is there mobs in the eye sockets?
That is so cool.
Yeah, so, ow, ow.
Oh, that is awesome.
I'm just trying to get away from mobs. I'm being slaughtered.
Does it go off by itself?
No, it doesn't go off by itself. It's manual. It's an on and off switch. I'll use it when I feel evil. Let's get back up here so I can get a view of this build in
Oh,
the evening.
bugger off. Oh.
Yeah, guys, as you can see, the mobs are still harassing us like crazy for some reason. Oh, and that is the evening. I just popped a bit of dispensers behind its eye sockets with some lava. On and off switch, very simple, nothing fancy on the redstone.
Just gonna
Yeah, that's
do a little screenshot.
my little base. Ah, I see, I got the visitors on its skull.
Jeez, that's awesome.
Yeah, guys, I think all the builds will go better from now on forward. Learned quite a bit on this one. As you can see, it's not the most detailed and not the most symmetrical thing in the world, but it looks quite cool. I think it looks awesome. And then behind the eye sockets is black cement just to give it that dark feel in the head and in the nose itself. I decided to keep the jawline open because I think it just looks better that way. And obviously a few gold teeth in the front.
But is it Halloween?
How's a skull not Halloween?
It's not pirate.
Skulls aren't just pirates. Skeletons are Halloween.
But if people think skeletons, don't they think pirates?
No. Then I would have put an eye patch on it with a beard.
Well, you put the gold teeth.
It can be gold or rotten, okay? One of the two.
You say
But
gold.
but people that die and become skeletons don't always have just white teeth. Do you think all skeletons have Colgate smiles?
You said gold.
Bugger off. Don't argue with me. All right, guys, so that's our bulls. I don't know who wins this one. It's actually quite close.
We'll let you guys know in a minute.
Cool. Just get you guys up at the scoreboard. Okay, guys, so after a little bit of debate, we both decided to give me the win. Yeah, I'm on the scoreboard. Just because of sheer difficulty. Look, Cherry's build was awesome. It looked great. But it was just given to me for sheer difficulty and the three-dimensional build, and that's basically the reason, just on sheer difficulty and how it ended up at the end of the day. But I have to say, Cherry, your build looked insane.
Thank you.
And also, guys, one thing we've just decided is, I think, to give the other person that lost a little bit of advantage. That person is allowed to start with their gear, with their armor, with their picks and whatever they've crafted, and also allowed to select the next challenge. So I'll be starting the next episode on a bit of a disadvantage with not, what are you doing? With not starting with any gear and also not starting with any resources, where she will be starting with full resources that she's gathered in the previous episode and also all her gear. So it'll give her a little bit of advantage. And she has just decided what the next challenge would be.
The next challenge will be animal theme.
Animal theme.
Animal theme.
Oh, that's going to be difficult. All right,
But,
guys.
But in between, we're gonna skip next week for the challenge, and we will do little fun episodes. To do a little bit of buried treasure hunting, or we need to explore some of the caves or even the map. Ugh. So the next episode should be more around about fun. Oh, fun! I said fun. Egghead, you're egghead. That's what the eggs are. Egghead.
Hey,
Um,
I'm the winning egghead.
yes. I'm not chucking gold at you. Also, guys, we will be expanding around here as well. We need to get an iron farm and some other mini farms going on. So we'll be doing that as well. So it's quite a busy schedule that's coming up.
Yeah, I'll be working on like a proper iron farm to see how productive I can actually get the thing. I would also like to work on a mob farm, because we have tried this on other types of consoles in the past, but they did not seem to work. So we're actually very interested to see if it works on the proper PC version. But yeah, that's it for us, guys, and catch you later.
Bye, guys.